Gratitude for Educators. So practicing gratitude is generally good, but gratitude cannot come from the outside. It needs to be authentic to provide true benefits. So we need to feel how these practices land for ourselves and which ones feel genuine. Therefore, we are going to share a variety of practices. We encourage you to try one or more out each day. See how they feel and if you notice any shifts. We are much more likely to notice the positive things in our life or when someone does something kind for us when we have slowed down and are present. Try to find moments to focus your attention on the present moment with open awareness and suspension of judgment of what you feel or think. Cultivating this state can make it easier to experience and practice gratitude. In fact, studies have shown that mindfulness and gratitude are mutually beneficial to each other. Practicing one makes the other easier to experience. For a practice that combines mindfulness and gratitude meditations are great, short practices that can be inserted at any point in your day for a brief check-in on the present moment while taking stock of things you are grateful for. If you like to be guided through these kinds of practices, there are many gratitude meditation audios out there to walk you through a quick practice. For a full meditation to follow along with, see 5 minutes of gratitude below and after the video. Well-being in general and gratitude are also reciprocal, meaning all the things you do to increase your positive emotions and well-being also make it easier to practice gratitude, which may not be too surprising, but can be easily overlooked. For a practice that integrates gratitude and positive emotions, like optimism, you can try out 3 good things. This is a great practice for young people and adults alike. And it's simple. Write down 3 good things that happened to you each day and the things that contributed to these good things. Every night before you go to sleep for 1 to 2 weeks. Not only is this a gratitude practice, but it's a practice that can help train the brain towards positivity, away from the human tendency to focus on all the things that went wrong each day. And research shows we can indeed retrain our brains towards the positive. For the full practice, see 3 good things below and after the video. Roy T. Bennett once said, "Being grateful does not mean that everything is necessarily good. It just means that you can accept it as a gift." Similar sentiments come from many traditions and religions in that suffering can be thought of as a gift. Where do you build the most compassion and resilience but from struggle? To tap into this notion that gratitude doesn't always have to be about positive things, a beneficial exercise is to try flipping your complaints or challenges into gratitude statements. A bit of positive reframing. This is a helpful, in-the-moment strategy when things get tough or your emotions feel like they are bubbling up in the classroom. For example, a complaint might be, "I am so frustrated with this student that keeps disrupting my classroom and making my lessons take longer." And a gratitude statement could be, "I'm grateful for this reminder and opportunity to pause and slow down and maybe check in on how my students, all of my students, are doing emotionally before moving forward with my lessons." This is not to trivialize true challenges you may be facing, but rather to pause and notice what a challenge may be teaching you, and to recognize that resilience can be born from turning your attention to the strengths and supports you do have that can help you through the difficult times. For a practice that integrates the well-known benefits of exposure to nature and getting outside with mindfulness, physical exercise, and gratitude, try out a gratitude or savoring nature walk. Next time you are on a walk, take notice of 3 things you're grateful for about nature. Use all of your senses. You can bring a notebook to write these things down, or just reflect on them while you enjoy your walk. For more details about how to do a savoring nature walk, see the link below and after the video. Gratitude journals and letters. Gratitude journals have long been suggested as a beneficial practice. There is evidence of the positive benefits of reflecting on things you are grateful for at the end of each day. And these can look different for everyone. Whether you jot down a few things simply in your planner each day or dedicate a full journal to it, it's the reflection that matters. Although often talked about as an end of day practice, gratitude journaling can also be a great way to start your day, to set your intention for positivity and for looking for the good in your day. Gratitude letters, or texts or phone calls, even, writing cards or letters to express your gratitude to others, and then actually delivering these tokens to your benefactors, is a practice that has significant evidence of effectiveness, particularly in Western cultures, and growing evidence of its differential effects across cultures. Both acknowledging and expressing gratitude to others, especially publicly, can come with guilt and indebtedness in some cultures. Fortunately, there is also evidence that just writing the letter and not delivering it still provides some positive benefits. For examples of some of these practices, see the Greater Good practices linked below and after the video. For a practice to foster gratitude among staff members, you can try a gratitude circle. This practice involves everyone taking a moment to reflect on some interactions they have had throughout the week that they are grateful for. Then inviting each person, popcorn style, just for those who are comfortable sharing, to actually express the gratitude directly to the person in the circle who was involved. This should be invitational, not everyone has to participate, and it may take a few times before people are comfortable to share. But it can be a nice way to acknowledge the small kindnesses we do for each other. For full instructions for doing this practice in a staff meeting, see the link below and after the video. It can be hard to muster gratitude when you are feeling overwhelmed, stressed, sad, or you just aren't feeling very thankful. One practice to try in these moments is mental subtraction. In this practice, you take a few minutes to reflect on a positive experience in your life. This could be an accomplishment in your career or education, or a memorable trip that you took. Close your eyes and transport yourself back to that moment. Consider the factors that enabled this event to take place, and contemplate how it might never have happened if certain circumstances had been different. Then you remind yourself that this positive event did happen, and you reflect upon the benefits it has brought you. Allow yourself to feel grateful that things did happen as they did. For this full practice, or a podcast that talks about this practice, see the links below and after the video. We hope we've given you some ideas and maybe some inspiration to strive to cultivate a culture of gratitude in your educational communities. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it can be an outlook on life. As we cultivate gratitude in our hearts, we open ourselves up to a world of possibility and abundance. Let us remember to be thankful for the positive things in our lives and to express our gratitude to those who have made a positive impact on us. May we continue to cultivate an attitude of gratitude.